Hey guys, this has just arrived and I'm really excited. So yeah, today we're going to have a talk about how difficult is it, or easy in which case, to put private number plates on your van. So basically, let's start at the beginning. So for that, I need to go back a few days. So I had a thought, and I thought I'd actually quite like to get some private number plates for my van. And I've been thinking about this for sort of quite a long time. So with the channel being called The Adventures of Fat Boy, I figured, Fat Boy, let's have a look and see what's available. So I did try looking on a few, right? So if we click on here and we look at which is Swift Reg for this one. So the setups are kind of the same. What you get is this fake sort of number plate thing, and you put in what it is that you want, and then it tries to find ones that are close to it. So if we look here, the dreaded pop-ups. So if we look here, we've got a few. Okay, and this is the main one, I think. This one here, if you can see this, there you go, £110,000 for it to say Fat Boy. I think it goes without saying at this point that I haven't got a spare £110,000 to put on a 2017 Sprinter van. And even if I did have that kind of money going spare, I could not bring myself to do it. This is already an indulgence. So that's just ludicrous money. Right, so let's scrap that and let's take it back and see what else we can find. I took myself over to the DVLA private plate site. And I went to the DVLA site specifically as opposed to these different kinds of brokers because I figured let's just sort of start at the source. Excuse the dog, he's just come back from a walk and he's a bit boisterous. So where we went to, the government site there, and straight away what it does is it comes up with this search bar here. Let's have a little search of that. And again, what it's done is it's come up with a few here. Now, as my van is a 2017, these ones like this are, unfortunately, they weren't ones that I could have because they're for a newer van. But what we did have is the one that I've gone with. So that was actually pretty good, and I think reasonably priced in the grand scheme of things. So just to show you how easy this is, right, we've gone straight onto the site, buy now. So you press this, and it takes you through to this little thing here, and then you've got this, I understand the age of the vehicle, so you have to tick that, and then you've got your buy now button. And then essentially it just feeds you through this little process. So you just fill in the blanks, continue through, and that takes you through to purchase, which is really, really straightforward. So then what happens, once you've purchased it, you get pretty much instant email confirmation saying that you now have the receipt for the payment, so on and so forth. And it tells you then that you have to wait for a confirmation code. Now, it does say on there 7 to 14 days. However, I had mine pretty much 48 hours. It didn't take long at all. So in the meantime, while I was doing that, I thought, right, I'll go and get the plates ordered. So while I'm waiting for this confirmation code, I'll get the plates done. So again, that was a pretty easy, straightforward process. I can't even remember. I think it was 30 quid all in, give or take. It wasn't very expensive. So the plates are here. The letter's just arrived with the confirmation code. And now what I have to do is take the next step. So I've got to register. Now that I have the code, I have to register the information so that I can put this plate onto my vehicle. So far, it's been a really straightforward, easy process. So let me find the letter a moment and I can show you that. Right, so here's the letter. Came really quickly, like I said, 48 hours. Now, what you get with that is you get your certificate of entitlement, and then you get some of the details as well. Now, on the back of this sheet is the confirmation code that I need. Now, obviously, I'm not going to show that to you guys for obvious reasons, because that's what you need to actually then attach that to your vehicle. So you can't do it without this code, which you need. So really important that that stays private. And then you get your receipt for your purchase. Now, if you buy straight through the DVLA, and this was a benefit as well, is all the extra charges. So the if I just find this a minute, sorry, one side's in Welsh, right? There we go. Yeah, so what it does is it doesn't just, you don't just buy the plate, you actually pay for the assignment fee as well. That's actually in with it. So that's not an extra charge on top. So that's great. So yeah, that's all done now. Now what I've got to do, as I said, is register this now using the codes, let my insurance know as well. Obviously very, very important. So let's get on with that. Right, so according to this, which is the official government website again, it's just saying that this now is free. We need the V750. Okay, so I'm just reading through it myself now. So it seems to be straightforward enough. There we are. So if we scroll down a little bit on this page, and you just get the assign a number online button. So give that a little click. Oh, service unavailable. Oh, from 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. Okay, right. So that's a tomorrow job. All right then, come back tomorrow and we'll try that again. So in the meantime, I'm going to have a look at attaching the plates, and just to make sure that I can put those straight on, because obviously once I've registered this, I'm going to have to change them over pretty smart. So I can go and do that now while I'm hanging around, and yeah, we'll start this process in the morning. So before I open this, guys, please, if you could, subscribe, click the bell notification. Really helps the channel, and I enjoy, communicating with you guys. Okay, so in the pack is a very curious dog. Well, he's not in the pack. He didn't come in the pack, but he's trying to get in the pack now. We've got some fixings. So we've got some sticky pads, and I think there's some screws in there. Yep, as well. And then what we have here is the number plates themselves. Right there. Brilliant. Good morning. Welcome back. So I couldn't do this last night, as you remember, because it's between 7 and 7. So here we are now, where it's the next morning. So let's try and do this again. So I'm on the government website, and I've got to put in the number that I am going to use. So we'll see how this goes, and I'll speak to you in a minute. And there it is. Application successful. So that took 3 or 4 minutes at most. No real hardship there. All I needed was the confirmation code on the document that they sent and my V5 certificate, right? So it was really, really simple, just a few minutes and done. So now the next thing is insurance. Insurance is done now. So that took, again, 5 minutes. They didn't charge me anything for the privilege. So it was a really easy job. The whole thing was very, very straightforward. So right now with the dog, we're up in the beautiful Wye Valley. We're at a place called Whitestone, and the views are magnificent. The dog's having a great time. And yeah, I'll show you the van in a moment.